Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today, taking a first impressions look at 35mm. This is a Russian game, so all the audio is in Russian, but of course there are subtitles, where two men are traveling across post-apocalyptic Russia, and just sort of going on a journey, in that I get the feeling this is probably going to be more about the journey than the actual destination. Also, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of dialogue. I get the feeling this is probably going to be a bit Tchaikovsky, sorry. Tarkovsky? I mix those two up all the time. One is a famous composer, and one is a famous Russian director. But if you've ever seen Stalker, like the actual movie Stalker, then you might get a feeling for how much dialogue we're probably going to get here.
В доме ничего нет. Осмотрись сам, если хочешь.
Also, this is a viral apocalypse, so I don't expect we'll be seeing any zombies or anything like that. So we've got our 35mm camera, a knife, and a flashlight, as well as one foods, and no health supplies, and no batteries. Presumably those get saved as screenshots. So you might kind of assume that these two people are friends, but they might just be two random, hey, you're not dead either, let's leave the city together kind of people. Certainly not the first time I've looted a Russian shack for survival supplies. Nah, he's not kidding, there's really not much here.
Если готов, можем идти.
I mean, I'm pretty ready. Are you ready? I guess I'll just start walking and maybe you'll follow me.
Идем.
So I'm sure this is probably more or less another walk-like, but this one at least is kind of built in a way that makes sense. We're just sort of, taking a journey through the twilight of man. Very bleak sort of landscape. There's a house over here. Wanna go check that one out too? I'm gonna go check it out. Also, in case you're wondering, there's no way to turn off that like head bobbing as we move. We're very determined at tromping around. Got a battery. Little UAZ. Probably doesn't work. Also doesn't have any seats, so it definitely doesn't work. Really, this house looks unfriendly. It's just a little shack. It doesn't even have murder implements hanging up like most of these creepy shacks. It does have bear traps, though. Good thing there wasn't any, like, setup outside. Alright. Got on the way for about 3 hours. Saw habitable areas, didn't dare explore it. In a kilometer, the tire with a Y. You know, nobody really actually spells tire like that anymore. Alright, so somebody was shooting around here. That might have been us, actually. Hunting or something. Got a bit of food. No idea how much this resource management is going to come up. I get the feeling this is probably not that kind of a game, really. Is this a well or chicken thing? I don't know what this is. It's like a well that sank into the ground. Do not need to go far. Well, I mean, there's a house right there. Alright, let's go find our buddy, I guess. Vasya. His name's probably not actually Vasya, but that's what we're gonna call him. Until a name is forthcoming. Storm rolling in. I hope Vasya actually waited for us, because it's actually going to be kind of hard to find him out here otherwise. There's a truck over there. Is that a cannon? Not quite sure what I'm looking at here. Oh, there he is. Nope, that's just some wood in the back of a truck.
Так, минутку. Все верно. Скоро будем у дороги.
I can't imagine there's a reason why we're walking and not driving. Like, you're gonna tell me that everybody dies off, there isn't a working car sitting around somewhere? I guess it depends on how long it took everybody else to die. You know, before the gasoline starts to go off and everything starts to break down. You know, it's one of those post-apocalyptic survival things that I hadn't even considered for the longest time until a book pointed it out to me, is that gasoline doesn't just last. You know, it separates and becomes kind of unusable for most engines over time if you just leave it sitting, like in a, you know, gas tank. But diesel takes longer for that to happen. I guess because it's kind of less refined already. But yeah, until a book pointed that out to me, I hadn't even considered that, you know, gasoline expires essentially. Alright, Vasya, I'm gonna go ahead. You catch up when you can. Or when the game makes me wait for you. You also gonna tell me that neither of these guys brought a gun with them when traveling through the countryside? You know, after the fall of man, when there's probably feral dog packs and wolves and whatnot running free. I mean, it's appropriately atmospheric, but there's really not much to see out here in the woods. They did say we should be reaching a road soon, and I assume it means a real paved road, and not one of these, like, logging trails. I wonder if we ever actually need this for anything. Maybe for cutting, you know, rope or something blocking our way. But I get the feeling we're probably not going to be stabbing anybody with that. We wouldn't want to traumatize Vasya by murdering people in front of him. Lynn, are you coming or not? He's so slow. I mean, we don't walk that fast either, but at least I can sort of sprint. Alright, here's a road. The cutscene will teleport him to us. Our fellow is looking a bit Troy Baker via Last of Us here. But I guess everybody kind of looks like that when you stop shaving and stop bathing for a while. That, you know, 40s survivor look. Or a survivor in his 40s, not a survivor from the 40s. Because I imagine that would be quite a bit different. That's one aspect of post-apocalyptic you don't see a lot now. It's always modern or, like, near future. What, do you want to go this way? Shouldn't we follow the road? Or, like, check this car out? You don't see a lot of post-apocalyptic stuff from, you know, earlier than, like, 1900s. Or even just early 1900s. I mean, you know, like, War of the Worlds is pretty much old post-apocalyptic. Well, I guess it's not post-apocalyptic since they do actually win in the end and presumably rebuild society. I guess this is probably somewhere in Russia. Somewhere that the developer has been, probably. So they say the virus killed people here, but there's no bodies in these houses or anything. Alright, I guess we're going this way. Yeah, I'm gonna say based on the stutter when we take a picture that it's definitely saving a screenshot.
Фоторепортером был?
Futu Fraffer.
Нет, просто увлечение.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that right there would kind of imply that this guy doesn't know us very well. Is either of us gonna say that, or is it just... Okay. I guess we're just thinking about this. Maybe that's why there's a little star next to it. I mean, I don't know. I'm normally pretty down on walk lakes, but like it makes sense here. It's not like we're just some idiot roaming around, you know, some island with spooky children or something. We're just we're going somewhere, traveling with a buddy or a random guy that we met. Sort of taking in the nature. Maybe we're just looking for someone else. I mean, that note kind of implies that, you know, there are other people alive still. Other people who are maybe immune or just not in a place to get infected at the time. And I say infected, but again, this is not like a zombie virus. This is just a virus. You know, a worldwide epidemic. It can be cutted of. I mean, you know, Russian developers. English certainly not first language here. And, I mean, really, I'm way more willing to forgive just misspelled subtitles over, like, nonsense English kind of, you know, voice acting. I mean, that's totally hilarious, but it's not a good thing from a quality standpoint. I'm not like, man, this is a good game because the dialogue is completely incomprehensible shit. Whereas with subtitles, it's like, you know, whatever, I get what you're trying to say. Dog.
Эй, смотри!
Well, he's not gone feral and tried to eat us yet. That's good.
Привет, песик.
Do you want to come with us? We could use a mobile food source, you know, in case things get rough. Or are you just gonna sit there? Let me go see what's over here. This looks like a fire station. Bye, dog. No, this is just a weird little roadblock in the woods. Hey, smile. Come on, I know you can smile. Left or right, Vasha? Alright, I'll make up my own mind. My feet say left, but my heart says right. Oh, there's another fork. The sound of the sky here just makes me think we're gonna get like a violent downpour at some point. Oh Jesus, a bear.
Быстро! Валим отсюда!
See, Chuvak, this is why we should have brought a fucking gun. I like this dangerous techno bear beat. Running from a bear in the woods. Quickly, into that house. No, the mansion. No, the scary mansion. Yeah, that's the one. door with your mind. Oh, what do you know? We did have a gun after all. We'll be eating bear tonight. Sadly, we can only carry 100 pounds of meat, so we're just gonna have to throw the rest away. The techno beat is coming back. Mash E to wake up. Mash E to pay respects to Bear. Jesus, do we get like super drunk? Oppa! Lots of vodka. In this hospital or whatever we found. I guess it's probably just the house. Or is this before? We woke up in this hospital where everyone else had died, but we had survived and gotten better. Gas mask in there. Don't puke open inside. Look, a dead person finally. Poke, poke. Seems like he's been here for a while. These guys are looking a bit gammy. Wait. Can you still hear like traffic outside? I thought I heard somebody's brakes. Maybe this will be how we met Vasha. I mean, this is all very The Stand, if you've ever read that. Vodka sighted.
Может, все же поведаешь, с какой целью мы путь держим?
Уговор я выполнил. Остальное не имеет значения.
Ладно, право твое. Когда люди начали умирать, никто и подумать не мог, что все так закончится. Никто не был к этому готов. Сократилось население Земли в разы. Казалось бы, воздуха больше, пространства шире. Но нет. Человек оказался настолько дик и неадаптирован, что начал грызть сам себя. Паника, мародерство, конфликты. Никто не смог взять на себя эту ношу и сохранить контроль над ситуацией. Вот все и рухнуло. В моем городе в первый же день люди начали бить витрины, выносить ценности, медикаменты, продовольствие. Угоняли машины, прокалывали колеса другим, дабы скорее добраться до госпиталя. Но никто ведь не знал, что медицина здесь уже бессильна.
Just can't fight the captain trips.
Ладно, нужно тут с вещами разобраться. Хорошо бы воды из колодца принести. Червячка заморить нужно.
We need to stay our hunger. Alright, again, why don't we just eat the bear? I mean, it might not be the tastiest thing, but that's a couple 100 pounds of, you know, muscle and flesh. You just gotta skin it. But of course, the bear is gone. Oh, no, there it is. I mean, it's not the healthiest looking bear, but you know, it's probably edible. Or would have been if they'd actually bothered to clean it immediately. But no, we're gonna eat shitty canned borscht or something like that. Well, I do have 4 foods. Anyhow, that probably gives you a good idea of what 35mm is. It's just a very kind of mellow, well, maybe not mellow, but bleak, slow-paced kind of journey where we're just traveling with our stranger, essentially. Which, I don't know, I really like post-apocalyptic stuff, and I like this kind of just journey, this, you know, sense of hopelessness that's reinforced by the environment more than the actual characters. Where, you know, it doesn't matter what these two do, everyone else is dead. You know, a few humans there, a few humans here, but they're all gonna die off one by one. But yeah, this seems pretty neat. I don't know. Normally, again, you guys know I'm not big on walk-likes, but this is very much a walk-like for a reason. It is a story about walking across the countryside. And that's a lot better, I think, than what a lot of these are. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire, this is 35mm, and I will see you all again next time with something probably a bit less bleak. But until then, keep your chin up, Chuvak.